Welcome to the American Beauty Soldering Station Quick Start Setup Guide. This product support video will guide you through the basic setup and operation of your new American Beauty soldering station. Before we unpack the solder station, we want to inspect the package for any signs of damage that may have occurred during shipping and handling, and then we'll check the label for product verification. Next, we will open the package using a box cutter or similar tool with a short, sharp blade, carefully cutting through the tape without penetrating the box. And now we can remove, inspect, and verify each of the contents. The first item is the soldering iron, which is hardwired to the controller, so don't pull too hard on the cord. We will set the iron aside for now. Next, we have a package that contains the related product literature along with 2 tips. The third tip is already installed in the iron, and a wrench that is used for changing out the various tips when needed. This next package contains the soldering iron stand, which includes the iron holder and the tip cleaner tray. These will need to be assembled together prior to use. And of course, the last item we remove is the solder station controller. Now that all of the components have been unpacked and verified, let's move on to setup and assembly instructions. The first thing you'll want to do is remove the rubber bands from the cord that attaches the iron to the controller and also from the main power cord. Once the rubber bands are removed, place the power cord temporarily off to the side and we will unpack and assemble the soldering iron stand. First, you will need to remove the soldering iron holder and the tip cleaner tray from the plastic bag. Prior to assembly, you will first need to remove the mounting hardware from the tray. This will include a wing nut and lock washer along with a standard flat washer and a Phillips head mounting bolt. Holding the mounting bolt with the flat washer on it in one hand, align the iron holder and tray together as shown and insert the mounting bolt through both holes. With the tray and holder assembly inverted, place the lock washer onto the mounting bolt, then add the wing nut and tighten until it is snug. This should be adequate, but if you want further tightening, use a Phillips head screwdriver. Now that the iron holder tip cleaner stand has been assembled, it can be used as a standalone device, or it can be aligned with the mounting screws that are attached to the side of the control housing as shown for improved stability. For even more permanent fixturing, turn the assembly up to allow accessibility and tighten the mounting screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. And now we will add some water to the tip cleaner sponge, being careful not to overfill the reservoir. The sponge will only need to be damp, not wet. And now we'll place the soldering iron into the soldering iron holder. The solder station is now ready to be plugged in and should only be plugged into a properly wired outlet with the correct voltage for this device. Turn the solder station on by rotating the control dial in a clockwise direction. The run light should illuminate, verifying that you have power to the system. Turn the dial to 100% to speed up the initial thermal ramping of the soldering iron. The iron should reach solder melt temperature in about 2.5 to 3 minutes, which you can verify by periodically touching solder wire to the tip of the iron. While the iron is ramping, let's take a moment to go over the key differences between the solder stations. V36GL for large is in reference to the highest wattage and largest tip size. This is a 60-watt solder station and incorporates a 1/4 inch diameter tip. V36GM for medium is in reference to the medium wattage and slightly smaller tip size. This is a 40-watt station and incorporates a 3/16 inch diameter tip. V36GS for small is in reference to the lowest wattage and smallest tip size. This is a 20-watt solder station and incorporates a 1/8 inch diameter tip. The tip sizes that are specified relates to the diameter of the tip shank. 3 tip styles are included with each solder station: 1 chisel, 1 diamond, and 1 conical, to increase the number of applications each station can be used for. We have established that the tip of the iron has reached solder melt temperature. As you begin determining the appropriate dial setting for a specific application, the general rule of thumb is to begin at around 50% for small mass applications and around 75% for those with greater mass as it relates to the tip size of the station that you are using. The station can then be adjusted to best meet your needs for rapid thermal recovery with minimal thermal overshoot. Remember to always turn the station off if it will be left unattended. We hope this video is helpful, and remember you can find more detailed information in the user manual that was provided with your American Beauty solder station.